Hi guys, welcome back to another Hugh Jeffries video. In this video, I'm going to be trying to replace the battery in these Apple AirPods. I often get requests from people who have AirPods with batteries that no longer last, ask if they can be repaired. Batteries wear out over time, and given Apple's AirPods range between $250 to $400, I'd hope you can fix them, avoiding it becoming e-waste. So here we are. This pair was graciously donated in for this video by Calvin from Western Australia. He'd since upgraded, and these ones have a worn out battery and a low volume issue. Currently, they're looking a bit gross, so I'll be thoroughly cleaning them before we take them apart. I owned a pair of these AirPods when they first came out, however after countless issues and replacements, I returned mine and got my money back. For the cleaning, I used some alcohol, cotton swabs, an old toothbrush, and some paper towel. I'll also repeat a similar process to the actual headphones themselves, especially considering these have been in someone's ears. After cleaning these, I feel more comfortable on working with them, and they came out alright, but still have some marks which remain from regular use. I did confirm these headphones are still somewhat working, but in the time it took to clean the earpods themselves, they lost over 10% battery doing absolutely nothing. If you have any Apple headphones, including AirPods, that have very low sound like these ones, it's likely that the metal grills are filled with earwax. Even after the cleaning done before, it didn't make any difference. The best way to fix this issue is just to remove the grills using some tweezers. However, this will allow dirt to easily travel inside. While I never found this an issue with the wired headphones, these ones have a lot of electronics inside which may get damaged over time. You can see with mine, quite a lot of gunk was built up inside. Finishing the job off by cleaning the area, our volume issue has been fixed. Before we tried to open the AirPods, I wanted to crack open the charging case to see if the battery could be changed at all. Given there was no screws, I resorted to using heat and lots of prying. Creating an entry gap at the front was actually really easy, but for the rest of it, it just wouldn't budge at all. I broke several picks, and in the end, I just tried using a metal spudger to help lift out this middle section. This took quite a bit of time, and I was mangling the plastic pretty bad with this one. While being well adhered into place, the plastic was just too weak to apply any pressure when prying, and as a result, it would just deform. In the end, I kind of broke a fair portion of the front, but you can see it came out. Taking a closer look inside, you can see the battery. Using a jimmy tool, I was able to separate the adhesive behind it and lift the battery out. The battery is connected with a detachable cable, which means replacements are possible, but you'd likely damage the charging case, as I have done here. But what about those AirPods with a worn out battery? To get inside, I'll apply some heat to the speaker to soften the adhesive. In my case, I had the temperature set at 200 degrees, which was a little too high as it started to melt the plastic. Using a blade, I was able to get between the speaker and the rest of the bud, separating the two halves. Getting our first look inside, we can see a series of logic boards inside which are responsible for controlling the speaker, Bluetooth connection, and various other functions of this AirPod. I'll need to dig a little bit deeper inside to try and find where that battery is located. I want to get this board out to get a better look at it and see if there's a connection going to the battery. Whilst this is incredibly tiny and hard to film, I wasn't able to find the battery or a battery connection, just another board below. So it appears we need to dig a little bit deeper to get that battery out. Down at the bottom of the bud, I'm going to use my trusty blade to crack open the bottom and remove the microphone. Underneath that, we can finally see our battery. But how do you get it out, you ask? Well, it's glued into place. Applying some more heat, I thought I might be able to pull it out, but then there was no way that was going to work as the battery was directly soldered into the device. After opening the base, the headphone no longer worked, so I thought I'd see what it would take to get the battery out. Using some tweezers, I broke away the plastic casing, slowly revealing more of the battery. Eventually, the battery broke away from its soldered joint and came out. It's clear this battery was never supposed to come out or be replaced. As for a mangled mess of an AirPod, this is supposed to be a battery replacement, so I guess I should try and put it back together. After reinstalling the battery, it was an easy job of molding back the plastic that we pulled off earlier, and it looks good as new. And we're done. Okay, not really. What we have learnt from this is Apple's AirPods are impossible to repair. The charging case can have its battery replaced if you manage to open it without deforming the plastic, but the headphones themselves, unfixable. I believe no company should be allowed to make a product containing a battery impossible for an end user to replace such battery, as this is one component that will degrade over time. How have we gone from phones with removable batteries to this? This product requires complete destruction to even access the battery. Samsung's Galaxy Buds have a replaceable battery. While it's still a tedious job, it is possible as the device isn't glued shut, but it's still too hard for the average user. My personal opinion is if you support right to repair and have a concern for the future of the environment or the massive ongoing e-waste problem, then I wouldn't recommend you buy these headphones. I'm not stopping you from buying Apple headphones, just get the ones with the cable. You're going to be saving money and the environment in the long run. Recycling shouldn't be the only option, it should be the last option after repair and reuse. And on that note, this has been a Hugh Jeffries video. If you like what you saw, check out the electronics repair playlist for some actually successful repairs. And if you're looking for any tips or what tools I use to repair devices, be sure to check out my website, link for which is down the description. That's all for this video, and I'll catch you guys next time.